earlier about the fighters that really have dominating history here. So Iran and China are those fighters, those countries. Obviously, all of these fighters have done well in pre-qualifying events. They both know what to expect, and they really prepare for some of those. That's what we saw in our last fight. Ilaria's level wasn't quite up to what Marion's level. Marion's preparing to fight a much tougher opponent.
Well, last fight of the early session here on day 2 sees India take on Egypt. Pooja Kadian against Shahrukh Mansoor. World Championship silver medalist Pooja Kadian against the World Championship bronze medalist Mansoor.
Almost a takedown, both women off the platform.
Getting caught with an uppercut on at the break. I'm not sure if that was scored.
Didn't look like it was scored.
Low kick there starting the attack, but quickly locked up in the clinch. Again, both girls trying to mount an attack off the back of a push kick. Interesting to see Pooja Kadian.
Nice hands.
Great exchange there.
Both women.
And she seems to be changing stance, switch hitting from orthodox to southpaw, which is interesting to see. It's the first fighter I've seen do that.
Again, the experience of these fighters to ensure that they don't give anything away. When they go off the lei tai, they're bringing their opponent with them, so it's no score.
It's Egypt in the form of Shahrukh Mansoor. There's a slight advantage.
Right. We just saw a quick roundhouse kick to the torso that earned Mansoor some points. And she's been able to pull ahead here of our silver medalist in the first round.
So inside the last 30 seconds then. Pooja Kadian wants to try and even this up. She wants to get busy now.
But you can tell Mansoor knows she's knows she's ahead in the round, and there we have Kadian being warned about clinching. Nice hands there.
Put together a little combination that paid off for Mansoor. The last 5 seconds of this first round is way in front. And that's a strong start then from Egypt.
And here's where India needs her corner to help her with strategy here, because Mansoor can come out and do pretty much the same thing. Use her footwork to stay out of reach, earn some points with her punches. It's up to Kadian to do something different. Yeah.
He's got quick hands, Mansoor. Found a way through with 4 punches there, a 4-punch combination. Much defense there from Kadian. She's going to have to tighten that up in the second. And this, by the way, first match in the round robin. Only 3 fighters here in Xi'an.
We know that Kadian has the goods. She's a silver medalist there from the World Championship. So all of these fighters earned this berth here. But you see the hunger there with Mansoor. really ready to
See
make
if
a
she's pumped
difference
up.
here.
Pooja Kadian.
Kadian's corner, trying to give her the advice she needs, and we see her coming out to try and impose a difference in the third round already. There's that switching that you mentioned.
The Indian fighter needs to show us more here.
There's a nice thigh kick coming in, but a little bit low. As Mansour scoring with a roundhouse to the torso that some of the judges saw.
Again, very passive here. The Indian needs to get busy.
Here's the case where both women are within striking distance of winning this round with a minute left, but Kadian is the one that needs it more than Mansour, so Mansour is not going to let down. We're looking to see what Kadian mounts.
Once again, it's Mansour taking the fight to Kadian. I think she'd be a little bit more effective in this second round, a little bit more aggressive. She's allowing the Egyptian fighter to win over the judges. Oh, that's a very precise kick to the head from Mansour. It looks as though she's going to take this. And on this showing, she thoroughly deserves it. Showing far more hunger than her Indian opponents. It's going to be a winning start then for Shahrouk Mansour in the round robin.
It's a case where hopefully Kadian will be able to look at that fight and see.
Oh, got turned round at the
She
end
edged
there.
it out, yes. Look at those hands.
Through. Good exchange for both fighters.
I don't think the fighters realize. I don't think the fighter, Egypt, realized.
Caught me by surprise as well.
Yeah,
Late flurry from Kadian. Hopefully that will wake her out of her slumber. She's been pretty disappointed by her performance earlier in the fight. Seems to have another gear. Maybe she'll find that in this last round.
We'll get treated to a third round for our final bout of the morning. And as you said, it looks like Kadian has a little pep in the step for the third round. There's nothing like coming back at the end of a round to
give you a little boost into the next round. Coach is working frenetically.
Sure, the difference here is Kadian's waiting for Mansour to bring the fight to her, and Mansour is bringing fast hands to her.
Speed again.
So in that exchange, before the clinch, Mansour scored those points with her hands.
She's wide open defensively. Kadian, she's inviting her to come in with those combinations. Not much head movement either. So she's a sitting duck which is a very dangerous game against someone with this sort of hand speed.
Karian has decent speed with her thigh kick that slides in. She just needed to follow it up. It's not enough. Not every judge is scoring that. At best, it's 1 point. Mansour scores with multiple punches, and she keeps that edge. Right now, we have judges scoring the bout in favor of Mansour, but at the same time, 2 of them are tied. See it as a draw so far in the round.
It's going to take a late flurry again from the Indian to swing this.
So we could have an exciting 20 seconds, the last 25 seconds of the round, third round here in our morning session. Last fight. You hear Egypt's corner telling her this fight is well within.
Keep it tight, keep it tight.
She has 9 seconds to hold on to this fight. Look at that.
And again, the action coming from
And a kick to the face.
Finishing strongly. And she is going to take this. It's going to be a win for Egypt. And Shahrukh Mansour in the opening match of this round robin. That'll be disappointing for Pooja Kadian. On paper, thanks to that showing in Jakarta, looked to be the favourites. Just didn't do enough in the end, Anthony.
Yeah, and what we have to remind ourselves is we're talking about the difference between the bronze medalists and the silver medalists here. So they were fairly closely matched in the beginning, and all it took was a difference between a fighter that was more eager to close the gap.
And the hand speed proving